So this month I didn't keep up with a lot of the goals that I set for this year, and I also missed a couple of uploads, and on top of that I dropped one of my classes. So if you feel like you kind of fell off the wagon this month, let's kind of figure this out together. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to talk about my personal goals, and I'm also going to talk about how I plan on getting back on track. If you're new to my channel, my name is Janelle and I like to talk about personal development and college lifestyle. So if you're interested in that sort of content, then consider subscribing because I post new videos every week. So the first goal that I set for this month was journaling, and I wasn't as good as last month about this habit, but I still kept up with it somewhat. Like, I would journal every other day or so, I would say. I kind of felt like it was a chore, even though I always felt better afterwards. And I also need to remind myself that it's basically how I stay productive, since I do write down my list of things to do every day when I journal. I think I've been doing pretty good other than that. So my other big goal for this year was reading, and honestly I have not been reading that much. I think last month I finished 2 books and then I was like a third of the way through the 3rd book. But this month I haven't even finished that book that I started last month. So I think from now on I'm just gonna try and make it a habit to read every night, or probably every morning would be better. My 3rd goal for this year was to be better about social media, and I'd say I've been doing pretty good about social media too. I really enjoy not having to worry about other people, like seeing into other people's lives and stuff. There's something in my eye. Okay, anyway, social media. So I do download Instagram on the weekends sometimes, so that, like, I don't know, I kind of like having Instagram on the weekends. During the weekdays I still delete it and I don't go on it. But now I watch a lot of YouTube, and I think I mentioned this last time. It's still better than nothing though, because it's not like you can watch YouTube in the middle of a conversation or like while you're in class or whatever. So my last goal was to do well in school, and this is kind of something that I strive to do every day, or like all the time. I kind of want to talk about what happened in like the last week or so, because I briefly mentioned it in my last video over text, but I didn't really like come out and talk to you guys about it. So a couple of vlogs ago, I think, I mentioned that I freaked out about not having all of my major requirements, so I added differential equations, and adding that class bumped me up to 16 credit units. But since I had already missed a week of that class, I was already behind and could not catch up for the life of me. And on top of that, I didn't really click with the professor's teaching style, so it created a lot of stress for me every time I tried to do the homework. So the way that the homework was set up, it was all online and it was due every Friday, so he would go over the content that week and we would only have until Friday to do it. And this was a Tuesday-Thursday class, so on top of me having difficulty doing the homework, I would also have the added stress of trying to complete it in time. Some of the questions took me like an hour long to do, and I kept making really tiny mistakes in my work, so the whole entire answer would be wrong. It was hard for me to go through line by line and try and figure out what I did wrong in my work. And I've had this problem for quite some time. It's just that there was so much homework and I needed to do all this catching up, and I think all the stress kind of just like piled on top of itself, and I was very overwhelmed with this class. And I'm not new to adding classes either. Last semester I actually added 2 classes and I was totally fine. I clicked with the professors really well, and I think that's part of why I did so well. And I even got A's in those classes, so I'm not new to adding classes late. But this time it was different, so I decided that I would drop the class, and I've felt a huge relief ever since. So I don't know if you guys want to hear this. It's probably kind of obvious, but don't sacrifice your mental health over some class or something very trivial like that, because it's not really worth it in the long run. You want to look out for yourself. And that class is kind of why my other goals fell by the wayside. So hopefully by dropping this class, I'll be able to get back on the wagon on my other goals. And I think my biggest tip for this is to try and forgive yourself for your mistakes, because you can't really move forward if you can't forgive yourself. I think that's the biggest takeaway from this whole video. If you made it to the end of this video, then congratulations, you get a gold star for completing this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for videos on personal development or anything about college, then leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe because I post new videos every Sunday and vlogs every Wednesday. Click that notification bell icon while you're at it so you can be the first to receive your next gold star. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.